Naomi Parton, Head of Foundation for Port Vale Foundation. Welcome to the podcast. Thanks for joining us. How are you?
Thank you. Yeah, all good. Thank you. Really good. How are you?
Good, thank you. So, just a few questions on the new strategy. We recently heard from Laura at Stoke City, so it's a real exciting time for both foundations in the city, and we'd love to hear about what's going on at Port Vale. So, tell us in brief about the new strategy, One Vale. Why Port Vale Foundation, and why now?
I think I'll start with the last question, if that's okay, around why now.
Absolutely.
I think timing for us is really it's everything. The city at the minute feels like, it's 100th year, it's our 150th anniversary, it's the charity's 10th anniversary. I think it all feels like this is the right time to start something new and exciting. And I think with this strategy, we're not reinventing the wheel. We're not looking to make any huge drastic changes. We do some fantastic work already. We're looking to build on that. And for me, the new strategy is all about people. It's all about our city. It's been heavily informed by individuals from our sessions, people from Burslem, people from wider Stoke-on-Trent, our staff, the wider club, obviously the incredible Shanahan family. Um, this is a really informed strategy. So we're not, like I say, we're not reinventing the wheel. We're looking to grow. We're looking to make a difference, and really keep making an impact.
It's
I think
fantastic
I
to
got
hear.
every question.
That's fantastic to hear. Thank you so much. I was really excited to see the words belonging and potential in the strategy, and that feels really exciting for Stoke-on-Trent, and particularly for the north of the city, where Vale, of course, are based. So, what are the key elements in the new strategy?
Yeah, so I think our strategy is kind of like we've got like three little strands to it. We've got a golden thread that runs throughout, and then two key pillars. So our overarching is enabling lasting well-being. I've lived and grown up and been born and worked and everything in Stoke-on-Trent, and I'm really like proud of this city, and that's something we want every kind of Stokey. We want every individual that comes from Stoke-on-Trent to feel passionate about this city and where they come from. And I feel like we are. I feel like we're a really proud city. But we want that externally as well. We want people to view Stoke-on-Trent as this incredible, hard-working, gritty, passionate, proud city. Um, and when you look at well-being, there's so many aspects to well-being, and there's so many things that we could do. But as Port Vale Foundation, we can't fix everything. We can't change everything. So partnerships are really important to obviously make sure that we can do as much as we can. But for us, it's really that powering potential. So enabling people to feel like we're not trying to kind of fix anything. We're not trying to change anything. We're just there to help. I don't believe in putting plasters over things. So really by giving people opportunities and really encouraging people to get involved in education and further learning, whatever that might be, that will hopefully encourage people to find their own potential and discover that in themselves. And then in terms of building belonging, obviously football in its essence is a social activity. And I'm really passionate about using sport and using the power of the badge. We've got an incredible pull, especially north of the city, as you say, to bring people together. And actually, the badge is, yes, of course, it's about the 3 p.m. on a Saturday, scoring the goals, winning the games, but the badge is so much more than that. And I think when obviously Carol and Kevin and the family took on the club, they really saw football as a brilliant part of bringing people this side of the city, but the wider city as well together. And that building belonging is just it's part of who we are. So it would have been amiss to obviously not include that, sorry, within the strategy as well.
Fabulous. And you spoke so much just now about pride, and I know that so many voluntary sector organisations in the city have been proud of the work they've done alongside Port Vale Foundation down the years, and they're proud of their connections to Burslem and to the football club. So, what might the new strategy mean for Port Vale Foundation colleagues who are working in our communities and partnering with voluntary sector organisations? Are we likely to see changes in their work, or are we likely to see more of what organisations have valued so much in the past?
Yeah, I think more of the same. I've obviously been here for about 7 months now, and I can't fault the work that the foundation does. Everything that we do, we won EFL Project of the Year this year with Baby Bank. Everything we do is incredible. Um, I think sometimes what we're guilty of is not having partnerships that are authentic and share those same values. Um, and sometimes that gets kind of not misused, but we want basically everyone to champion each other, and that's what Stoke is. Like we're such a friendly city, we're such a friendly, there's such friendly neighborhoods, and it's about that togetherness. So for me, really, this whole strategy is about bringing people together, no matter what backgrounds, no matter what walk of life. It's about bringing people together, and that authentic partnership doesn't come from a need for each other, because that is there, absolutely, but it's building on that need to have those shared outcomes, those shared goals, making sure we're on the same page and singing from the same hymn sheet, and actually doing what's best for this city, not what we've always done, because some of the work that's been done is brilliant, and I long may it continue, but actually doing something different and approaching it differently will hopefully create better and more varied outcomes for our beneficiaries as well. So I think in terms of partnerships, that is, it's one of our three tactics, to speak very strategy. It is people centered. That's who we are. That's what any foundation should be. And that's why we had so much input from people to create the strategy. It wasn't, I think I said the awards evening that we recently had, it's not about a strategy that's created in a dark room by a couple of people, just, punching ideas about. It's not something that we want to sit on a bookshelf that just gets dusty. We want to live and breathe it. And in order to live and breathe it, people need to be at the center of that. Um, Obviously, place matters so much. And, Stoke, Burslem, like such proud cities, towns. Like I was in a conversation earlier today around there being 87 villages in Stoke-on-Trent, because we so often talk about the six towns. But for me, it's like, okay, how can we get into every single village? How can Port Vale get into every single village and support in some way or form, or in some place? And for me, place is about more than postcode. Place is about where you feel at home. And I feel like in Stoke-on-Trent, we're so fortunate to have so many different communities, so many different backgrounds, religions, cultures, that actually people find their place within people too. And then that leads on to kind of the final tactic, which is partnerships, which obviously you've spoke about. For me, partnerships are everything. We cannot do it alone, and I don't think we should ever try and do anything alone. We're the experts in some areas, but actually in working with experts in other areas, all we do is enhance and add value to the experience that we can give to our participants, our groups, our beneficiaries. So for me, partnerships are everything and will remain everything to what we do. But hopefully making them more authentic and really creating that collective.
Places more than a postcode. There's a lot of food for thought and for reflection in what you've said so far. And one thing that really shines through in your responses to those questions is the passion and the excitement about what the strategy has in store. So the last question is, what excites you most personally about seeing the new strategy through?
I mean, what doesn't? But I think I remember when I first started at Port Vale. I think my second day, I was on a call with Evid Impact, who helped pull together the kind of the theory side of our strategy, and they were fantastic, amazing. Um, and it was literally like, I think it was day two, and to actually see some of that work come to fruition already, and to see people buying into this new vision, into this new way of working. And like I said, it's not a brand new way. It's not, like I said, we're not reinventing the wheel. For me, seeing it come to life is everything. Obviously, like I said previously, like I was born I was born over the road. Like I'm really local. My little boy lives in the city, and I think for me, the people aspect is so personal. I really love Stoke. I love this city. I'm proud to be from here, and the fact that I get to work for an organisation that contributes so much to this amazing city, and so authentically, with the right values, with so much passion. and to be able to lead the organisation, there's nothing, that aspect is so, I'm just so proud of that. And yeah, I think this strategy being titled One Vale, I think sums up exactly who we are. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter the background, it doesn't matter whether you're a Vale fan or not, you can still be part of this community. And I think that's really important, and definitely something I'm proud of, definitely something that excites me. And like I say, just already seeing some of the strategy come to life and see our staff buy into it and get excited about this kind of sort of new direction, that's amazing. And that, it's like I say, it's probably a mixture of excitement and pride. But I think, yeah, for me, the whole strategy itself is to see it, be brought to life at the awards evening as well. I think, yeah, it's just exciting. It's such an exciting time, and hopefully, more excitement to come.
Naomi, Head of Foundation in Port Vale, thank you so much.
Thank you.